I've just arrived at Vocal's office in Edinburgh. This is down the bottom of Leith Walk, and there's a good sign here, lots of cyclists that work for the company. So I'm excited to get in and speak to them and find out a little bit more about what they're doing, to let you all know what kind of services and support they offer. Hello, right, here we go. Hello, hi Andrew, thank you very much for letting me come into your offices. So as you know, I'm basically doing a charity cycle. It's something I came up with like last year about cycling, from Robert Stevenson's grave down to his lighthouse down in the Mull of Galloway. It's the southernmost lighthouse in Scotland that he engineered.
Yeah.
And then in the last year, I basically became a carer for my mum. I realised I was a carer for my mum, and I was kind of doing more than just the sort of family duties. And then I discovered Vocal. I was actually a community event down in the Duncan Place, right. And there was a little stall there, and I found out about Vocal. As well as basically raising a little bit of money, hopefully for you, it was more about raising awareness, because I was not aware of such services, or especially not the kind of range of services that were offered by these kind of charities. Yeah. So just basically like to ask you a little bit about, tell us a bit about Vocal and the kind of things they do.
So, so we've been around since 1994. So it's a long old time that we've been supporting people in the local area. So we support carers, unpaid carers in Edinburgh and Midlothian.
Yeah.
So basically we see the issues that are faced by carers. Now, unpaid carers can be someone looking after their mum, or it can be someone looking after a partner, or looking after a child who has particular needs. Now, the issues that carers face can be anything from, trying to sort of balance work life and caring at the same time. Obviously, financial pressures as well, emotional pressures. There are huge sort of different issues that carers face that we try to respond to as best we can. Now, the way that we do so is by offering one-to-one support, offering information and advice around things like power of attorney, benefits, entitlements, different care options that are available to people, trying to facilitate short breaks for carers as well. Respite breaks are a huge, there's a huge need for them amongst people who are caring. So those types of things. Also, we offer free events and training for carers as well. Just a huge amount of scope for what we can offer. Sometimes even it's small grants to help carers to sort of manage their finances in times of particular need. So we have an office here in Edinburgh. We have an office in Midlothian, and people can come into our offices to access that one-to-one support, or obviously, as you know, we're available to be contacted, email, phone, etc., etc. And for us, like you've mentioned yourself, it's a big issue is about carers not necessarily recognising themselves as a carer. So awareness raising is a big thing for us, and it's not just awareness of the charity, because everything we do is carer led. So it's about that awareness raising is all about making people who are who have caring responsibilities, making them sort of ask that question of themselves. Is this me? Am I eligible for support? Do I need support? Where can that support come from? So for example, at the moment we are Lothian Bus's charity of choice for the next 2 years. We have a big yellow bus rumbling around Edinburgh, which you might have seen.
I've heard of it, I've not seen it yet.
You've not seen it yet?
I want to see it, yeah.
You'll see it I see it all the time, it's everywhere, and you won't miss it when you see it.
Yeah.
It's a giant yellow thing. So, and that says alongside caring for a partner, relative or friend, we can support you. You just want to get that really simple message out there, that support is out there for people who have caring responsibilities.
Yeah, and that's really good, because even from since I heard about you, I was at a friend's barbecue and there was someone there and they were basically caring for their granny, and I mentioned Vocal, and he'd not heard of that kind of thing, and he was like, he was doing a lot of care. He basically kind of changed his work pattern and everything to sort of be there. He's like, she needs a lot of support, and he was unaware, and he was like a prime candidate for this kind of service.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's no particular threshold that you need to pass in terms of the amount of care that you need to provide for someone. If you're providing care to anyone who needs that in order to manage their day-to-day life, no matter if it's just a couple of hours a week or anything, that still qualifies you as an unpaid carer. That person needs you to provide that care. So it's all these kind of, there's a lot of presumptions I think that people have about what it means to be an unpaid carer that make people sort of second guess it and say, oh, well, it's probably not me. So we're really trying to sort of get that message across that no, think about it. Are you providing care to someone who needs it? Get in touch with us. See what we can do to help.
I think especially with my mum, you're thinking, well, it's my mum, it's my duty, it's a family duty to do it. But then you look around and you see, like this is actually taking up an awful lot of my time, and it's it's complete stress in your relationship, and it's like I'm basically the 24/7 phone line as well. I give her a lot of support. Mental support. Because she's on her own now. She's a widower now, so she's she gets lonely. So she'll phone me up and she'll send me text, phone me, and I'm like, oh my God, what's happened? And then I phone her up and she's like, oh, hi, Britain's Got Talent's on, are you watching it? And I'm like, and then I say to her, right, Mum, next time you say phone me, just say phone me just about the telly, and I can relax. Right. And then the next day, phone me. And I'm like, oh no, it must be serious. So but like I'm always there, but I do put it on silent like at night time, and because she's quite good at waking up in the middle of the night and then not checking the clock. And so a few times I see missed calls like 5 in the morning. I know she's fine, she's in her flat. But it's a combination. So like it's like you've got that support. Obviously, I go down and try and keep her eating healthy. She's become like a child now. She doesn't eat her vegetables, and I'm always there. Eat your vegetables, or you're not getting your dessert. And it's like role reversal. So like the child becomes the parent. So and obviously like with her, she's got dementia now, so she's still totally sharp and with it, but her short-term memory's kind of gone a bit. So it's harder to teach her new things. So it took her like a few months, and she's to figure out HDMI 1, and the telly takes her into her Virgin box. And eventually I gave up, and the telly was a smart telly. I kind of logged into the Wi-Fi. So now she puts the telly on, it goes into the TV's kind of free thing. And like around now, she's not even watching her Virgin box that we're paying all the money for with all these channels. She's watching these free-to-air channels.
My TV's too complicated for me, to be honest. So I feel the pain. It's So when I came on your website, I didn't even check your fundraising page on the site. I just thought I'll do it for charity. I'm sure they won't mind me doing it. And then I went on, and you've actually got a big section about fundraising on your website. And I even did a little search on Just Giving, and I found some person they were doing a parachute jump. They were doing a whole range of things as well. So I just wondered what are the kind of interesting things people have done to raise money for you. So we've got at the moment we've got obviously yourself doing this your adventure. I'm going to call it an adventure. It's a pilgrimage, but
it's an adventure.
We've got someone at the moment who's undertaking a bike ride from Edinburgh to Glasgow with a partner. We've got someone who's walking the West Highland Way. Who is he's really, I think he's doing it I think he was going to do it solo, but he's going to do it with someone else now, I think. And he's been out there and done it a few times, slept in Rob Roy's cave, the whole, it's not for me, but my word, it's again an adventure. And like you mentioned, we've done skydives before. That's I think we've done a couple of skydives before. We've done abseils down the Forth Bridge. And then but it doesn't need to be a massive thing like that we do. I mean, we do a lot of marathons and stuff as well. Marathons and the shorter on 10Ks and stuff. And people raise good money to do these things. It's fabulous for us. And someone recently did a challenge. Her and her daughter did a challenge to do 500 skips a day.
That's cool.
Sponsored on Just Giving. So all of these things, as you said before, they raise money, which is fantastic, and unrestricted income for a charity is fabulous, and it helps us to grow and help more people. But these things also they raise awareness. We promote these things online. They tell their friends about it. The Just Giving page gets promoted. More people see it, and that question gets asked more. About so it'll go to someone and they think, okay, well, who are they raising this for? Vocal. I've never heard of Vocal. Look into Vocal, see who we are, what we do. And the cycle continues.
It's kind of viral. I think that's because we've got a shared office, and I sent it to the office manager, and she sent it out to the whole company. There's all these different companies. I don't even know who they are. And then I got a donation coming in, so it was a really nice feeling. And then they're saying, well, what great cause. So they might have never heard of the cause before. So it's that kind of thing. So even like you're saying, things like even if you're doing like a 5K, it's more about the awareness. It's not so much. It might not be the hardest thing to do, but for some people it is. 5K isn't easy if you've not been running for much.
Absolutely.
So. And then there's always an element of guilt because I'm going to enjoy this thing, but it is going to be tough. I'm actually hoping for a bit of rain and a bit of...
How dare you enjoy it? This is an endurance test.
Exactly. So that's always the thing. Like, people even though they get to climb up Everest, it's like it's a lot of people's dreams to do these things, but it's there. You're doing it. You're raising awareness, and it's. I think it's a really good thing to do.
And there's so we cover Edinburgh and Midlothian, but there's an organisation that covers East Lothian, one for West Lothian, and then elsewhere in Scotland, all different areas around the country, there are different carers organisations, which undertake the kind of work that we do and offer that support. So when you mention, maybe the request to fundraise goes out further afield, and it makes people start thinking about what is unpaid caring. This is in Scotland alone. Here's a fact for you. In Scotland alone, unpaid caring saves. It makes a saving on health and social care costs of 13.5 billion per year.
Oh God,
just in Scotland.
Yeah.
And where's the support for people? There needs to be more support for people, because that's a huge saving. It means a great deal to the. Without unpaid carers, the country would suffer immeasurably. So, so getting the message out there beyond the borders of Edinburgh and Midlothian as well is really important to us as well.
That's good. I'll spread the word for sure. And I guess the thing with the more ageing population as well, it's becoming more and more necessary to be caring for the elderly.
Absolutely. You've got an ageing population, you've got a cost of living crisis, you've got a sort of perfect storm really of a number of issues that are coming together to create a situation where organisations like Vocal are in increasing need. You've got an ageing population, you've got a cost of living crisis, you've got a number of different issues that are all sort of coming together to create a perfect storm whereby organisations like ours, the need for an organisation like Vocal is increasing all the time. We're in the fortunate position of having a partnership like Lothian Buses, where people will get to see it, will get to understand what it is that we do, and we can grow. And people doing fundraising like yourself help us to get that money in, help us to be able to facilitate that growth and to have the capacity to help more and more people each year. We support over 10,000 carers each year. We're in the process of getting that up to about 15,000. That's our aim.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And there are more and more people out there all the time. 3 in 5 of us will become carers at some point in our lives.
Yeah.
So the bucket keeps refilling, if you will, and there's just always more people to support.
That's great. And then one last question. Basically, I've noticed as well on your website, you've got a load of courses. There's training courses. Some of them are like on Zoom, some are in person. You've also got little groups where people that are all carers can go together just to meet up for lunch.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's some of them I've not managed to book one on yet. They've always kind of sat in a different.
We try and keep a real broad range of training courses for any sort of issues that we see carers facing. We try to make sure that's covered at some point in our training and events program. And like you say, that can just be a social thing. It can be a coffee morning, or it can be training courses around power of attorney or will writing or anything like that we see that there's a need for. We'll try and put a course together to help people and get experts in, and like you say, these can be accessed via Zoom or they can be accessed in person. We try and do hybrid delivery as well, so that people who can get into our offices and do want to attend in person can do so, but there's a lot of people whose caring situation maybe means that they can't get out and they can't do these things, so we'd like to facilitate it for sort of remote access as well.
That was excellent. Anyway, I'll let you stop there. Basically, I could talk all day with this, it's fun, but I need to actually get on my bike.
Yes, you do.
Get going, so I need to go. I've got the panniers all across the living room. I've got all my stuff, but I kind of like to always put it in the bag at the last minute just to double check what I've got.
Amazing.
So thank you very much. So I can't wait to get going.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Yeah. Best of luck with it.
Thank you.